Hey guys, second video tonight's pretty quick, I guess. December 11th, 2011. It's a Sunday and it's 6:27. I actually just posted my last video, doing a quick little update here. Pretty much what I'm looking at is the Euro-US dollar. We put in a nice little reversal bar here when we closed the gap on the 15-minute. This trade is in the same direction as my other trade, which is the short side. So I saw this as a good opportunity to maybe scalp something out. So I took a short in the close of that trade, and you can see so far so good. It's up like, I don't know, 4 pips, 3 pips, something like that. But the only issue right now is if we zoom back into the 15-minute, you can see we're coming into this trend line right here. And, a couple things about it, this trend line, bottom of the range. So just looking to see if buyers are willing to pick it up here. If they are, I'll drop the trade and move on to the next one. Obviously, if not, this could be a very nice way to get into maybe a bigger move. But because, the nature of this trade is a scalp, I will take it off on the first level of support. And that seems to be right through here. This might be adjusted. I'm just, this is really quick. Just here to put some target on. Need to maintain that 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio this week. I'm really going to be strict about that. If that risk to reward is not there, then no trade. So that is the basis of this trade. I have already adjusted my stop here. Looking at the 15-minute, once we did come into this support level, I move my stop from above this high to just above the high of this candle. So we're now risking 4 pips to be in this trade, which I think is fair, because the downside target is a good 20 pips away. So that gives us a nice, right now it's worth the time and money to be in this trade. The way things are looking now, this 15-minute candle is about to close up in a minute. So I'm keeping an eye on the 5-minute action and also the 1-minute action here. If we pull up the 1-minute real quick, you can see that we do have this sell-off. And, I'll be watching for price to come back into this level, this area of resistance, and how it reacts there. If we can continue to break down, that'll show me that there is little to no buying interest off the trend line. And, pretty much a break of this level right here. Let me drop another line here. We can break this swing point through here. It'll be a good sign for the sellers. If not, then then we have to sort of recap and reassess the market. So I'll give that a few minutes to work out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video and resume in maybe 10-15 minutes and see how things panned out. Alright, I'm back. 6:36 has been a total of maybe 9 or 10 minutes. We are now at break even. You can see the buyers decided not to show up, so far at least. And you can see on the 5-minute what we sort of have is this right in here. We have this this little you can call double bottom, equal bottoms. This next candle pretty much shoots through, closes below not only this this floor right here, but also the trend line that we've been talking about. So that it's definitely not good for the bulls. Anybody who got long on this candle is now underwater. Either needs to puke their position, or if they hold on, they're going to be in for some pain, it looks like. Again, we don't know. We display the probabilities, and if price has broken the floor, odds are we're going to come back and test it as resistance. All right. So at this point, I don't see any reason to lose money on this trade. I think that giving anything back would be, in my opinion, foolish. But again, there are plenty of times where price will pull back. Roughly, some near-term level of resistance and then collapse. And if that does happen in this case, then I'll be out, for break even. But I'd rather take 10 break evens in one runner than 10 losers and 5 runners. It's just my trading style. But anyways, let's if we just go back to the real-time chart here, unpause that. You can see as we just spoke about, price came back, tagged the now what would be considered resistance level, and just kind of rolled on through. So in the near term, seems like we're headed down. Again, the profit target is sitting right here. I haven't looked at that too much, but we do have some support here. So that might be a place to watch. I'll actually mark that off my minute chart. Where did that guy go? Let's see. So that would be right through this area right here, and that seems like a legitimate spot to be booking some profit. So we'll keep an eye on that, and then obviously if we break through there, the reason I have this level marked is simply because we have 2 swing points right here and right there, and also the bottom of that right there. So that seems reasonable. But anyways, looking at in terms of psychology of the current market, and also where people are in terms of buyers, sellers, well, it becomes pretty clear. Look also at a 5-minute chart, a little bit easier to see, but it becomes pretty clear anybody who is long in this structure is currently underwater on their position. So this doesn't necessarily mean that the price is going to collapse. It means that at this point in time, these guys are seeing red on their screen. Now, a lot of times, what might happen is the banks will push price down and then spike it back through, right? And that's the reason why we have that break-even stop. But in the event this is an actual breakout, then it becomes pretty clear that we have our next levels of support marked off, and price will most likely respect those. So yeah, let's see what happens. And again, I'm going to pause it real quick and come back to it in a little bit, and we'll pick up and see what the market is giving us. So it's 6:44, and market is making a little push up here. Again, the market is always guilty until proven innocent. So in this case, price remains below the resistance, the near-term resistance on a closing basis, and therefore there's really no reason to overreact or to worry about any sort of upside. Now, as you can see, this 15-minute bar is about to close. So, if it didn't really close overly bullish, it's still a down bar. We still have a lower low, lower high, and a close below the low. But in the event that we did, close above, inside the range of this bar, I would have most likely tightened up my stop. Well, I actually did tighten up my stop to just above this high. Just locking in a couple pips. That way, the worst you can do is a little bit of profit, even if there's a little bit of slippage, whatever it is. But in terms of the target, I decided I'm going to keep the same target. The reason being is, like I said earlier, when I entered this trade, I wanted a 2-to-1, risk-reward ratio, and that was one of the main criteria that the traders entered based on. And to change that now would essentially, violate the initial rules of the trade. So the idea being, assuming this hadn't worked out and gone against me, I would have taken the entire loss. So, now that it's going in my favor, I should also look for the entire profit. Now, again, that's not set in stone. I mean, if price, shoots down and then makes a very obvious reversal, I'll reconsider. But under normal market conditions, which is what we're seeing now, just a normal, price action, there's really no reason to be doing anything crazy. So just kind of sit on my hands at this point, and the worst I can do is plus 2 pips. So it's a good start for the week. And obviously, I'm still holding the longer term trade. Treating each one of those separately. Each one is a separate stop and a separate thought process. So, I'll probably shoot another video to see how that one is, developing. Probably further out from now because I'm taking on an hourly chart. So I'll probably give it at least until London to kind of do its thing and see, what the market really wants to do. But yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at in terms of this trade. I'm gonna go ahead and pause it again, and I'll either update on when it's closed, or I'll update if something unexpected happens. All right, great. So it's 7:11 now. Just got filled in the profit target out of that trade, and booked about 20 pips on that, so it's a good start to the week. Obviously, still holding on to that longer term play. If take a quick recap on why I got out right here. If we zoom out on the 1 minute, kind of like we talked about, level of potential support. And we'll see how the market reacts. It could just blow right through, but I felt that was a good place to take profit. For the longer term picture, so far so good. We broke the trend line, which was reference for buyers. These guys are pretty much trapped, or rather, any longs in here are trapped. Looking at the hourly bar. Pretty decent outside bar reversal, so bearish engulfing, so that's a good sign as well. We closed below this swing point here, which is also a good thing. Pretty much what I'm going to do now is I'm going to move my stop from here to just above the high of this bar. So that'll mitigate our risk down to about 15 pips from the initial 28, and we'll let it ride and see how far we can really take this thing. Some levels to watch from here. Is one of them is going to be this one right here, this little extreme selling point there, and then obviously beyond that we have our longer term support down at these levels. So we'll see how this progresses, and I'm going to go ahead and tighten up my stop. But anyways, thanks for watching, and that was a nice winner to start the week.